Okay, guys, do you know why Ragù alla Bolognese is just one? And there is a way actually to get the real authentic recipe? Well, before going there and show you all the history behind this recipe and how to prepare a real Bolognese Ragù, I think it's worth it to try something different, something that, oh my god, is going to be really hard. Let's do it. I have to be honest, I found really nice Ragù Bolognese recipes on YouTube. Of course, maybe it was missing a special important ingredient, but at the end of the day, they were really nice. Except for the recipe I'm going to follow today to make, my god, a real terrible classic Ragù Bolognese recipe. Alright, so first of all, let's chop our onion. He takes a quite large pan. I'm gonna use a pot, also because I'm not going to make a big quantity of this, not classic Ragù. Let's pour a little bit of olive oil in the pot. Now let's add our chopped onion. All right, let's grab a wooden spoon and let's see what it says. So basically, he cooks only onions in the oil until they get kind of caramelized. And he says because that releases the sweetness of onion, and yes, I agree, but the point of making sofritto, so onion, celery and carrots, is exactly to give our Ragù all the flavors we need, so the sweetness from the carrots, for example, so there's no need to caramelize onion. And again, I'm not saying that this is going to have a bad taste, not at all. It's simply a matter of calling things with the right name when it comes to, well, to Italian food, because again, we are really proud. And at this point, he says to add, God, a lot of garlic. And that's something that traditionally it's not contemplated. But we are going to follow the recipe. So I guess that I have 2 cloves of garlic, not too big. So I'm gonna crush them inside with the onion. Time for the meat. He uses only beef, and that's another big difference with the classic Ragù Bolognese, because have also pork meat inside, which is really important to give flavor through the fatness of the pork. So let's add the ground beef meat to our Ragù. We need to cook the meat until it gets really nicely brown, and he goes straight to the tomato paste. So let's do as well. So I'm gonna use just a teaspoon, I would say, of tomato paste or tomato puree. That's how it's called. I'm gonna mix well. He adds 2 bay leaves. I'm gonna add a small one. And then, oh my god, okay. Now we're gonna add the sugar. Yes, you heard. Sugar. Why? Why? Okay, I'm gonna add half teaspoon or teaspoon, not more. We use a red wine. Let's mix and let the wine evaporate. He adds finally also the tomato. If you have pelati tomato in cans and not sauce, then just press them with the spoon. And then he's gonna add some stock. So I don't have at the moment, so I'm gonna just use some water. I think it's gonna work anyway. I added the water, just a tiny bit, like 100 milliliters of water, because again I'm cooking less quantity compared to the video recipe I'm following. Oh my god, okay. He's gonna use more herbs. And again, it could be really nice, but that's not classic, authentic ingredients Bolognese Ragù. Let's do as well. He used fresh thyme and fresh oregano. He used also some freshly chopped parsley. He says at this point to let ragù cook for at least an hour and a half, but he also says the longer the better. So I will let it cook and see you in a couple of hours. So I would say ragù is almost done. It's a really nice, thick, dense. I'm gonna let it cook for a couple of minutes more. Meanwhile, I'm gonna bring it to a boil, a pot full of water, ready for our pasta. What kind of pasta? Well, traditionally, as many of you know, tagliatelle are the perfect pasta for ragù. But we're gonna use spaghetti, as the recipe suggests. Alright, spaghetti are cooked, drained, and I place them in the plate. Time to serve myself a nice spaghetti dish with classic ragù bolognese. The chef places some ragù sauce on the top, then a little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano. Another important step, some herbs. Since I'm alone, I'm gonna use just a little bit of oregano, place it here. And we finish the dish with a drizzle of olive oil. And here we are, our spaghetti with classic Bolognese sauce is ready to be served. Let's go to try them. All right, so here it's pretty nice to see spaghetti with ragù, classic ragù alla bolognese. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? I would mix a little bit. Actually, one of the reasons why usually spaghetti are not the best pasta for ragù is because ragù will not combine perfectly with the pasta, will tend to fall from the spaghetto. But that's what the theory says. We're gonna try. I suggest you to saute quickly in the pan so you can mix properly the ragù with the spaghetti instead of serving like that. Kind of nice to see, but not that practical. Okay, I could have mixed better, but as you can see, most of ragù stays maybe in the plate, and on the fork there's not that much sauce. Around each spaghetti there's not that much meat, it's just kind of reddish, okay? Reddish. Buon appetito! I knew even before making this recipe that the result is not bad at all, but it's quite sweet. And the reason, we know the reason. We added 1 teaspoon of sugar, no salt at all. I checked again the recipe, so my suggestion is maybe use a little bit more of sea salt in the water if you want to make this recipe. So here there is sauce, let's try to take it. Yeah, there is quite a lot left here, I don't know if you can see, of sauce, and not that much here. But again, it's not a big deal, it's just that most of times there is a reason behind our Italian food choices, our traditions, like why it's better to use tagliatelle or maybe rigatoni, the short shaped pasta, because maybe that's better with that sauce, it can get better together with the sauce. At the end, it's really nice, it's not bad at all. But in the next video, you're gonna see how to make the real traditional ragù alla bolognese. We're gonna follow a specific recipe, and why not, we're gonna make also homemade tagliatelle. I would say that's the best way to enjoy ragù alla bolognese. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about it, and if you want to support me, don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumb up under this video. See you next week, and well, buon appetito!